Two big games that we're going to focus on today's ESPN FC Live. The early game on Saturday's Everton against Liverpool. It's going to be the last ever Merseyside derby to be held at Goodison Park before they head down to the docks next season and their brand new stadium. Liverpool thought they'd managed to get all 3 points, but then a goalkeeping error and Fabian Schär coming in at the back post, and it finishes 3-3 at Newcastle. So that's a blip. It's only their third in the Premier League this season. The defeat at home to Nottingham Forest and the draw at Arsenal, albeit that was a good point. Do you expect them just to shake that off and get back to winning ways against the rivals? Or did you see something from Everton in midweek in a fine victory at Goodison Park that makes you think, ooh, they could give Liverpool problems?
Well, I mean, I saw 4 goals, which I didn't expect from Everton that they'll ever scored this season. Obviously, it was against the Wolves, but, Liverpool had issues with them as well. Look, I mean, you've mentioned a blip. Yeah, I mean, you can mention that, but, unlucky for Liverpool. I think you have to respect it. Remember, you and I were here on Wednesday, right? And you've asked me if it's over. I say they need an exclamation mark. And I've actually mentioned that Newcastle win there will go a long way because it's a difficult fixture. But, at the end of the day, I think if you're Liverpool, you wouldn't lose too much sleep other than the fact that, wow, we could have really won it given the way the game developed, that they actually should have lost that game, right? Let's be honest, Newcastle were a better team, but I'm going to defend Liverpool here because, when you play Real Madrid, when you play Manchester City and you play Newcastle away in a week like that, it could happen. You could see it, why it happened. I mean, the legs were not there for Liverpool. Mo Salah, again, superb to what we were saying about Wednesday. Sign him, give him what he wanted, just to continue our conversation, you and I, about it. Proved it a couple of days later how important he is, bringing the team back, really, because that's how I felt. I actually felt it was a good point for Liverpool, the way they played. So here, I think, concentration back on Everton. I think Liverpool takes that. It's a massively difficult run of games right now in terms of importance as well, because whatever you think of Everton, wherever they are in the table, if they're good, better, and different, it's still a massive derby for them. So you can see how Everton will always get up for a game like this. And if Liverpool are not at their best, like they were in Newcastle, of course I could see a points drop. But I'm going for Liverpool here, back to normal service and a win against Everton away.
I don't know about you, but I can't remember what I did earlier this week, never mind what happened last April. But having looked back, you and I spoke prior to the last Merseyside derby on ESPN FC Live on the Friday, and we both thought Everton would have very little chance against the Liverpool side that were expected to win. But Everton won by 2-0. What did they have to get right in the early game on Saturday? Not necessarily to win, but to stop Liverpool from taking all 3.
Don't give him momentum.
Stanley Park.
Don't give him momentum, right? Because when they smell it, they go after it. Everton is not a sort of team that when they go, behind, and I actually didn't look at the statistics, but in a game like this, I just, you can always see 2 or 3 goals in Liverpool, right? With Everton, no. I mean, we're all surprised with that 4-0, I suppose, and that's good for them. But against Liverpool, the first 15, 20 minutes, they're always important. That's not my point. But it's especially important, I think, if you play against Liverpool, because they'll know that they dropped the points. They know what's in front of them. They smell it. They see this as an opportunity. They know that they're not going to run the table here. The point, as I've said, against Newcastle away is bigger, I think, than some think if you watch the game, because that should have been a bigger blip the way Liverpool played. Credit to Newcastle United. But here, I think it's that momentum, because I think if Liverpool goes ahead, it's over.
Here's the restart for you that I've found. There was an FA Cup tie in 2012 where this happened, but it hasn't happened in the Premier League since October 2007, and it's based on what you're saying. If Liverpool get the lead, Everton are going to struggle. The last time a team in the Merseyside derby scored first and lost was back when Sami Hyypiä scored an own goal for Everton in October 2007, and Dirk Kuyt scored a pair of penalties after Tony Hibbert and Phil Neville had been sent off, and it was a late winner from the penalty spot. That was 2007. It doesn't happen very often. So if Liverpool get the first goal, it's pretty much curtains. If Everton get the first goal, history would suggest that they're not likely to lose the game. However, it can happen, but it hasn't happened since 2007 in the Premier League.